Maine legislative leaders have retained a private firm to conduct an independent review of the Attorney General's handling of a relationship with a woman he supervised. Maine Attorney General Aaron Frey came under criticism for keeping the relationship under wraps for about 8 months. He said last week that his delay in disclosing it was an error in judgment. Officials said yesterday that the independent review will be conducted by Deb Whitworth, owner of the HR Studio Group. She served on the Maine Human Rights Commission for 11 years and has 4 decades of experience in human resources.